the Australian urban sprawl are a number of wildlife reserves which have been put aside for a special species. These include such parks as VFL Park, Princes Park and Football Park. These reserves are of course the home of this creature, the Australian rules footballer, one of the most powerful and athletic species in the world. But to the shame of the Australian population, every Saturday hundreds of thousands of people flock to these special reserves to see these beautiful and elegant creatures pitted against each other in mortal combat. The combat is based upon a particular instinct of the footballer. Apart from their characteristic smell of denker rub, the Australian rules footballers' most characteristic feature is that they must pursue ovoid objects such as this egg-shaped ball. Watch what happens when I throw the ball in amongst them. Oh. These cubs, of course, are merely playing, but were they to meet footballers from another pack, it would be quite different. The match, as it's called, begins with the members of two different packs being let out of their cages onto the arena. The keeper then takes the ball and throws it in amongst them. Immediately responding to their instincts and moving swiftly despite tight bindings around their hindquarters, the biggest of the pack try to seize it. There then ensues a bitter and bloody fight, in which the ball is alternately seized first by one team and then by the other. When the team does manage to get the ball into its own territory, another keeper throws it back in again. Thus the fight continues for several hours. During the course of it, many of these creatures are injured, despite thick padding around the groin area. Sometimes the injuries are severe. This only seems to please the crowds more. Animal liberation groups are keeping up a constant campaign to have this brutal sport stopped, and for these magnificent creatures to be returned to the wild, or else used in a systematic program of breeding. Luckily, that's something that many of these creatures have begun already off their own bat.